Yo guys, Beast back with some more beastly content. So today I wanted to do an end game level 20 player base sort of tour, kind of showcase, kind of what sort of thing you're working towards as you're working towards level 50, as I'm sure most of you are. And as you can see here, this is just like a quick little preview of it. We're going to do a review. So this is where my Purifier is going to be. I actually haven't finished rebuilding it. I'm doing all level 3 rebuilds, and I ran out of acid. Who would have figured? I don't actually have any polluted water here, so I'm not going to have any acid being brewed in a barrel or anything, because I don't want to do acid that way. I will be making food that will make a 50% more chance of dropping acid, and then doing my normal acid farm of challenging the walking bus in my favorite location in Chalk Peak. However, this right here is my power setup, and this right here, a little building here, is actually going to be my garage for my motorcycle. Because I have a garage for my truck, and then I have a garage for my motorcycle. And eventually I think this garage is going to be upgraded to contain Hummers. And then as you can see there, I have a bunch of lummy soil, or loomy soil, or whatever it is, planted down. And I have a couple different deviants there that are very helpful in maintaining a farm. I just finished all of this, so hopefully I wake up in the morning to some crops grown, some wheat collected. I can give me some wheat going on, put it in my barrels, be making myself some beverages, which I will be showing you the brewing setup and explaining it in a little bit. Also, all my wiring is solar, and it's all ran I like my wiring. I tried to make it as neat as possible here. Hopefully you can tell that there was some time taken into doing the wiring, and most of it's not clearly visible. If you look hard enough, you will see it, but it's not right out in the open there. And as you can see right now, I just have mixed fuel going on. I do have oil being pumped from the ground here. There is an oil spill here. So I have purified water being made at all times with oil, and then also 1 barrel of fuel for my truck. I mean, I don't drive the truck anywhere, guys. I mean, I literally live in park right now. I need to make another, one of the thingies to make fuel purified. If you take 100 mixed fuel, it'll make you 1 barrel of fuel, which is terrible, by the way. I do not like that system. I also want to make more of these pumps out back here. There's going to be a whole row of them eventually, but I ran out of the standard part or something, which you have to go farm at low level areas and just go open a bunch of chests, and I haven't found a really good area to do that yet. I might be doing a guide over standard parts soon. I just don't know if I want to do a full video over standard parts, just because it's standard parts. It can't be that much, but I'm sure if I can find a good location that'll last 10 minutes to record and make a nice video, I'll do that. But as you can see, this is just a tour of the thing. We do have the advanced synthesis bench here. We have a ton of large crates just kind of hanging out everywhere here. As you can see, tons of large crates. We also have a kitchen set here, so we can do a bunch of different cooking here. We have the fridge here so that we can not only make ice, but we can store our food and it will not spoil. We don't have anything in it yet. Like I said, I just finished building this base out again. This is 60th rebuild in this game. I love the base building system in this game, and it just works very, very well. It works a lot better than most games like Fallout or anything like that. It's actually pretty much fluid. I will say the roof system itself is a little bit tedious sometimes trying to get roof parts to place. However, how I did this roof, I will never know. I probably should have done a pan shot showing you how the outside looked a little more. But it's really the inside that counts with this base. I like this base. This base is pretty nice. And as you can see here, I have all my little deviants here. I have all 20 deviants down. Some of them are in the motorcycle garage because they're not harvestable deviants. I have my vending machine here. First time ever placing one down. Nothing is inside of it right now. I do believe it's powered, but that's it. Once again, we have a couple more large crates up here. Down here, this little item here is actually called a designer's workstation, and it's used to, you can recycle blueprints you don't want and craft new ones. And you can get 2 different rarities right now, I do believe, from it. It might have a higher tier version of it. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at the pneumatics on it. It might not. It may literally just be blues and greens only. So I don't really think it has that much use, but it did take up space in that hallway and fill it up. And that's kind of where I get at. There's really only 3 main things you need in your base. So when your base gets really large, it's well, what am I going to build up here? So up here, I decided to build just a little, I don't know, patio deck sort of thing going on the roof here. There's a stove up here. It looks like a grill to me. So there's an electric grill up here. We got an electric grill up here with the power pylon running to it. Eventually, we're going to be running this switch pylon up here, I'm actually thinking, and we're going to run it directly to our defense station so that we can shut down the power to our turrets when we're not doing a purification, because that's really the only time we need the turrets. I'm also thinking about building little turret towers around my house a little bit, because every single time I do a purification, though I was using level 2 turrets at the time, every single time I do a purification, my house would get wrecked at least a wall or two. I mean, it wasn't too bad to rebuild, but I just like to avoid that entirely. That's why I stuck it so far over there. But I'm afraid all the enemies are just going to rush in from the side of my house. So they're probably going to hit all the buildings way before they even get to the Purifier, which really sucks because it always means my house gets destroyed. But we will see. I'm not done with the Purifier area yet. Like I said, I am upgrading it all to level 3 stuff. I'm trying to make it a max build. You know, level 50 Purifier area. Maybe we'll have a little bit better of a time. I think mainly if I get level 3 turrets out, we'll be able to handle the air units a little bit easier. We will see how my Purifier setup goes. I'm trying to build like the ultimate one, but we will see. This is my motorcycle storage. As you can see, we have 3 electric eels in here, and then we have the Buzzy Bee, we have the Rain Man, and we also have the Gross Room. And I think the worst one to farm was probably the Gross Room. The Rain Man was really just finding a Rain Man deviation that would just naturally spawned in the world, and then logging off the game, and you could either exit your game or you could load up another server, get off of it, and load back onto the server, and it would respawn. And you just had to kill it over and over until you got a Rain Man. Not really that hard. Buzzy Bee, I actually found like a better location to farm than what most people say is the location you should farm for Buzzy Bee. I might be covering Buzzy Bee in a video soon. But I was really wanting to do a video over 5 more must-have deviations for your territory, because I do have quite a list here. I do have 5 more, I would say, are must-haves in your territory. But as you can see here, this is my brewing setup, and if you take deviated wheat and purified water, you're going to be able to make some sort of beverage. I forgot what it was. It has some sort of thing it does for you. We will see once we actually have some made. And hopefully we have some more deviated wheat, and we can also use normal wheat to make another type of beverage, but it won't be it won't be like a Stardust version or something like that. Anyway, it's some sort of OP version of the one that's made with normal wheat when you use deviated wheat. So yeah, and I just realized this wasn't going to be running overnight unless I ran a power pylon, so we're going to go ahead and connect some power up here. Once again, we're trying to keep it pretty hidden, but I don't mind if I have a power line. It's like a wall, kind of like, hey, this is my territory, stay out. This is my farm. We walled it off with lines. I might even run pylons around my entire base and just like rope it off, so it's like the roped off farm area or something. Or maybe I'll rope off just the farm area eventually. But I do like how this is going so far. We'll probably get some more water pumps out here, pumping some more water, so that we can keep these barrels full of stuff ready for when we do have crops to put in there to make ourselves some nice ingredients. We do need to get some more beets planted down in our crop area, and I do want to just get a bunch more crops planted in general. I'm not sure what I'm going to have to do to get enough material to make the loamy soil. But as you can see here, I realized one of the barrels actually wasn't powered, so I just stuck one of these small generators down. I was going to put some more, but I realized I needed to make some more fuses, so we didn't really worry about making the fuses. But just tapping this into our power pylon setup here, and I don't think I actually connected it, so we're going to have to go back. So just tapping this into my pylon setup actually just added that power to the entire electrical line, which, surprisingly enough, that electrical line running to the house is also running to these barrels, which, I know, kind of even hard to see it. But now all of my barrels are powered, all of my osmosis generators, or whatever they are, purifiers, whatever they are, they purified water turn into purified water from dirty water. It's super simple. That's what they do. But this is getting pretty close to the end of the tour. I think I've shown you about all that I do want to show you on this. I will say this little area I am in is a pretty good area. I do like that I can get oil here and dirty water. I wish I had an area that had the polluted water and the oil in the same spot, so that I could have an acid farm just generating overnight, because that would make the game a lot more easy. And I might eventually move bases, but I don't really want to, because I like the idea of making just like a giant farm and just farming my acid and using the food items. We will see how the BattlePass farm turns out when we use the food item there for farming acid. We'll see how much acid we can get out of it. We may even cover it in the video. But I do believe this is about the end of the video. I think I'm just going to go ahead and head inside and crash out for the night here. I think I'm going to start a new ritual when I get off the game for the night. I'm just going to head to the room and go lay down in the bed and then log off the game. That way, every time I get onto the game, it'll be like getting out of the bed and then getting out of the house and going out and exploring and going to get resources and everything else you do in this wonderful game. But I do believe this is the end of the video. Leave a like on the if you did enjoy it, and keep it beast mode.